Hey, what's up, guys? This is a video on the Xbox One X, and if I think you should purchase it if you have a vanilla Xbox One or an Xbox One S or a 1080p display. I will also be doing the next few videos will be on the PS4 Pro and the PC, and if you should purchase the Xbox One X if you actually have those systems already, and is it worth it for the graphical upgrade, and do I find it to be that big a jump over the base hardware? So quickly, we're going to go over the launch of the Xbox One as it came out with its Kinect, and there's no secret in the fact that I actually very much dislike the Xbox One. I felt it's probably one of the most underpowered systems ever released, as its goal was supposed to be 1080p at 60, and it wasn't even 1080p at 30. It wasn't 1080p at all. And those of you that have watched the channel know that I built a PC a few months after the launch of both the Xbox One and the PS4. The PS4 was more powerful, and I found the same problems with it, that it wasn't anywhere near powerful enough, except I felt the PS4 got better in its life cycle, and the Xbox One really didn't. It always lagged behind as far as its resolution and as far as its anti-aliasing or anything they did to try to clean up the image. The PS4 seemed to get better with age, and the Xbox One seemed to just stay the same, which is unfortunate. So quickly, back to the subject, is I really felt like we really wanted at all this time a 1080p full HD situation, and we missed it. 4 years later, 1080p displays are on the way out, 4K displays are on the way in, and now Microsoft and PlayStation are asking you to purchase another system for another technology, being 4K and HDR. And unfortunately, that's the way technology works. It moves very, very quickly. But I do feel that 1080p, we never really enjoyed that resolution and its merits and how good it is and how good standard or high definition at full 1080p can be. Those of you that have PCs have had 1080p for years, so you're clearly not the group that I'm talking to in this video. But those of you that did have a 1080p display that you still have and you still use as your primary display, this part of the video is for you. Is it worth you cashing in your Xbox One or Xbox One S for an Xbox One X? And to me, the answer is emphatically yes. Resoundingly yes. It is a very powerful system, and in my opinion, it'll offer you exactly what the Xbox One promised initially. Now, I'm speaking to those of you that have a 1080p display. And if you're familiar with the term downsampling, it's much different than upconversion. Upconversion is basically filling in the pixels for a larger screen, cleans up the image slightly. Sometimes it makes the image look worse. We've talked about that in the past. Downsampling is much different and, to me, much more effective. I had it with my computer, with my NVIDIA GPUs. On my Plasma, I used it to downsample to 1080p. And what it does is it basically has the Xbox One X telling the display that it's 4K. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Is it marketing? It sounds like marketing, but to me, it's a reality. To me, what it does is it basically puts out 4K, puts out its textures, puts out all its aliasing or anti-aliasing, all its filtering. Then it puts it out to the display. The display only does 1080p, basically squeezing it down. So instead of adding pixels, it's squeezing it down to 1080p, cleaning up the visuals significantly. All the rough edges, you can see how clean this is. This is a 4K display, by the way, but what I'm trying to say is that it is worth it. And it does it in a way that is real for your 1080p displays. So if you have a 1080p display and you have a Xbox One, right away, to me, it's worth it. I don't care if that display is 49 inches and it's a monitor. You'll see a benefit right off the bat. You'll spend your $500 and you won't have to go buy Pro or X-enabled titles. Right off the bat, you're going to see a marked improvement. So that's for the 1080p group. And you owe it to yourself in this regard, at least for me. They never, ever delivered on that promise of 1080p. And what you're going to do is, by having the Xbox One X, you're actually going to finally get true 1080p on those displays that you paid so much for back in the day, that you actually still use for Blu-ray. And you guys know, in my opinion, if you're buying a 1080p or a 4K display, you need 4K content. But if you have a 1080p display, then enjoy how good these games now look. This is Homefront Revolution that you're seeing. This game flopped badly as it was way too ambitious, and it can be picked up for about $10 at GameStop. And they went back and redid the game in 4K and added HDR support. So for those of you that have a standard Xbox or a standard 1080p display, right off the bat, 6, 7, 8 games in your library that you have already are going to be updated. Halo 5 is updated. Gears of War 3 from Xbox is updated. So many games benefit right off the bat. And unlike some of the PS4 games, you're not having to hunt down X-enabled titles. Their goal is to pretty much enable some kind of improvement on almost all of them. See some improvement with load times, with cleaning it up. So for the 1080p crew, I definitely recommend you purchase one of these Xbox One X, as I think it's night and day. And right off the bat, you don't have to purchase a single game. This game right here looks gorgeous, and it actually changes the gameplay because this game had so many bugs it was basically broken. So to the next crew, to the 4K crew that has HDR, it is a no-brainer, especially those of you that have a large display. This game looks fantastic. And I honestly can tell you that none of my Xbox One X games on the 4K displays looked fantastic. I don't care if it was Forza or Gears 4. Those games looked pretty good, but they didn't look wow. They didn't look $4,000 that you spent on a display wow, or whatever you spent. To me, that's what the Xbox One X finally brings to Xbox One owners, is that, oh my god, I finally have a display that's not always behind. It's all about the games now, guys. The PS4 Pro is very capable. The Xbox One is now, with the X, very capable. And PC is always going to be capable. Now we're all in the same universe, at least. So is it worth it for you to pick it up? My recommendation to Xbox One X owners, or I'm sorry, Xbox One S owners, Xbox One owners, and 1080p owners, you should not wait. Don't hesitate. To me, in my opinion, it is a huge upgrade. And how I can prove it for myself is that, like I said, my PC was my primary system. It's collecting dust right now. Now, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I do use it, but nowhere near as much as I was using it before. I wouldn't have dreamed of picking up Wolfenstein 2 on Xbox. I would never dream of picking up half of these games that I now have. So, in turn, my Xbox One X has brought back consoles for me. The PS4 Pro did that as well, but more, the Xbox One X brought back the Xbox brand for me. I have some friends that still play online, which is why I still have an Xbox. And now I would actually think about picking it up. Some of these games, if I saw Dishonored 2 on sale, maybe I'd pick it up for Xbox One. It's that good in terms of its ability. Wolfenstein, those games are huge upgrades. And the fact that they're going back and upgrading games like this that actually didn't make any money is amazing. So, in closing, I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, but to me, if you're an Xbox One owner, it is a no-brainer to pick up the Xbox One X. Either sell it, move it to another room, but right off the bat, I'll tell you the games that I have that benefited from it. Gears of War 4, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Halo 5, Halo 3, Killer Instinct is now full 4K. Battlefield 4 loads quicker. So right off the bat, I didn't have to buy a single game. So if you're those of you that have Xbox only and you're always feeling like, damn, PS4 kicked my butt, well, now it's the other way around in some games. So it's worth it. That's all I have to say for this video. If you have it, check it out. Those of you that have the Xbox One X, please chime in the comments. And I just think it's a no-brainer. I think it's worth every penny, and I'm very, very happy with it. And right now, it's a system that I use the most, even over my PC, in terms of pick up and play. So thank you as always. Sorry it's a little bit long of a video, but Xbox One X is something that I definitely recommend to you guys that have Xbox One and Xbox One S's. Thank you as always, guys. Please leave your comments in the comment section, and thank you again. Take care.